Hi guys, how's it going and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about my Game Week 9 squad selection. But first of all, I just want to take you through how I did in Game Week 8 and what a bloody great game week it was. I can't even speak English anymore. We got 75 points in Game Week 8, average was 50 and it was just green arrow galore, absolute brilliant. We gave Jesus the captain's armband, he got us 1 goal. I was hoping for a little bit more, but, you know, did he get a bonus? Yeah, he got 1 bonus point. I was hoping for a little bit better from Jesus, but it is what it is. I would have been better putting Son as captain, but he'd done nothing. He got 1 assist all season. Gets to this game, hat-trick. And he was on the bench as well. He was only played 19 minutes, and the guy goes off in 19 minutes and gets a bloody hat-trick. I'm sorry, but you just couldn't have predicted that. The fact he's only 11% owned, you know, most people lost faith in him. But yeah, come on. 19 minutes playing. Was that 19 minutes playing, sorry? No, that's points. He played 31 minutes. He got 19 points. Bloody hat-trick, all 3 bonus points. Like, I'm sorry, but none of you could have expected that. I was shocked. Couldn't believe it. Elsewhere, Trippier got assist, Cancelo clean sheet and 3 bonus points, Diaz got a clean sheet, Gabriel clean sheet, Kulusevski got an assist, you know, Tony Jensen and, you know, Martinelli virtually blanked, so, you know, but it was a big gamble for Game Week 8 because, as you can see, I had no playing bench. I was like, this is an all or nothing move. And it worked out very well. Great, good arrows, put me back into the top 3 million. I'll be hoping to continue making progress from that. Going into my Game Week 9 squad before moving, I have made my wildcard, as you can see from the title. I'm hoping this is going to pay off. I've done it with Game Week 12 in mind as well, because there's a couple of blanks in Game Week 12. And with plans in mind to bring other players in, because like there's some players I would normally have in the team, but they've got a couple of bad fixtures now coming up, so I've like brought them out for now with plans to bring them in over the next couple of game weeks to remake, you know, to make up for that. So you'll probably see there's a couple of major names in that team, and there's a reason for that most of the time. But here we are, wildcards. I'm just going to go through the players one by one of why I've got them. I've kept Alisson in net. He has had a bit of a struggle, should we say, at start. Only 2 clean sheets, but Liverpool have had a lot of injured players and they are starting to come back, so I'm expecting that to change. I'll most likely bench him in game weeks 10 and 11, but against Brighton I think that's a better choice against than Ederson, who's got Man City. West Ham's not been very good this season, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, you know, so on and so forth. I think there's scope for some good clean sheets going forwards, so I've kept Alisson. Trippier I only got recently anyway, and he seems to be slowly but surely improving in the games. He got an assist in the last game, for example. Fulham and Brentford next. Fulham, I'd be surprised if he keeps a clean sheet. From Brentford, he might. United, never know. Everton, probably clean sheet, let's be honest. Spurs, probably not. Then you've got Villa, Southampton, so on and so forth. And it's not just that, he's an attacking defender. And I can see him getting more attacking returns as it goes forward, so it's worth it. Plus he's only 5.4 million. And he's owned by 45.6% of managers, which is a bit more than I'm expected. Quite surprised at that. Cancelo, I was so tempted to get rid of him, but I've kept him in the end. He has got a blank in game week 12. It's a bit risky because I've got 1, 2, 3 players who blank. I'll probably move one of them on temporarily coming up to the game week 12 thing, just because, you know, I don't want 3 players who blank, because then I'd have only 1 person on the bench to use, because they'll be taking out the 4 slots. I'll probably move one of them on temporarily. But it's got Man United this coming game week. I would say City are a better team these days. Southampton should be a clean sheet. Liverpool will be an interesting one. Then the game week 12 blank. Then it's Brighton, Leicester, Fulham, Brentford, Leeds, Liverpool, Everton after that. Christ. So, you know, there's definitely some scope. And again, he's an attacking defender. goaler, an assister, and I think that will only improve. And as you can see, almost apart from these 2 games here, he normally plays 90 minutes as well. And look at the clean sheets: 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 7. Like, he's one of those. He's an asset. As you can see as well, I've got double Chelsea. This is a temporary arrangement. I've kept hold of Silva because A, he's cheap, and B, he's played 90 minutes in all games. And he got an assist in the last game as well. He's a good, cheap way into the Chelsea defence. And, you know, as you can see, he's taken over points. So far, only 1 clean sheet, which is a bit concerning for Chelsea, but I'm hoping things improve. I've then brought James in, which is the more favourite of the Chelsea defenders people's got. He's had a goaler, an assister. He didn't play in Game Week 5. Was he injured? He might have been injured. I'm not sure. Don't take my word on that. He might have been injured there, but he's also getting a couple of, you know, attacking returns in, and you've got to hope that going forward the Chelsea defence is going to improve. Next up, until like 5 minutes before I recorded this video, he wasn't going to be here. We've got Son. There's 2 reasons why I've kept him. The first one, it looks like his form's improving, so I thought it was worth having a punt and keeping him. Obviously, the next couple of games, Arsenal, maybe Brighton are a bit challenging, but then he's got Everton, United, Newcastle, Bournemouth after that, so he could get something there. But the other thing as well is originally I was going to take Son out and keep Kulusevski in, but Kulusevski's currently orange flagged with a hamstring injury, and it's 50-50 on if he's going to play. So because of that, I've ended up keeping Son and hoping his form continues to go forward. Like, I just can't get over that. Just can't. I know I mentioned it before, but playing 31 minutes, hat trick. I can't get over that. That was just amazing. That, well done there. Next up, Maddison. Now, I know at Leicester City have had a really poor start to this season, but Maddison's been taking over assist, goal, blank, goal. Okay, so he's had a couple of bad games there, fair enough. But the fixtures improve now. Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Leeds and Wolves. Man City's not a good one, but then it's Everton, West Ham, Newcastle. If Leicester City are going to start improving, it's going to be now. So you can expect more attacking returns from Maddison, you would think. Bit of a gamble on 8 million. I don't know how long I'll keep him, but you've just got to give the guy a chance. With those kind of fixtures coming up, I'll be daft not to. It's a similar situation with Zaha, really. You know, he's got a goal there, 2 goals there, a goal over here. Again, only 1 clean sheet, which is the last game. But again, after game week 9, Chelsea, not a very good fixture for him. Having said that, they've had a poor defence this season, I think. 1 clean sheet. Yeah, 1 clean sheet all season. So yeah, okay. So maybe an attacking return in that game. And after that, you got Leeds, Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Southampton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Fulham, Bournemouth. Like, Zaha's not been doing too bad this season. Apart from against Manchester City, he's played all the games, and most of the time, except over here, he's played 90. So again, with the fixtures coming up, you've got to see the attacking returns for Zaha is going to increase, and you know. I think he's worth keeping hold of. Next up, Jensen we've kept hold of. This is more because he's cheap, if I'm honest with you. But he has had a couple of attacking returns, like a goal and assist here, an assist there. He's not done that much as since then. His minutes have been a bit shaky, but for 5.1 million, as a player I'm going to rotate a fair amount, I'm expecting. I thought, we'll take a punt, we'll keep him a little bit longer, we'll see how he gets on. And if he doesn't do too well, he's another player we can move on. So Jensen we've kept for now. Next up, Jesus. I've kept him just because he's getting attack returns most games. Like, okay, blanked game week 1. He got 2 goals, 2 assists game week 2. He got an assist game week 3. Okay, blanked game week 4. Game week 5 a goal. Game week 6 a blank. Game week 8, obviously a goal. We don't need to worry about 7 because it never happened. But yeah. It's got Spurs coming up, who might be, you might get a goal there. You've got Liverpool, who's still not the best defensive this season so far, so it's worth keeping him because of that. Then you got Leeds, then you got the blank, which is a bit of a pain. Then you got Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Wolves, West Ham, all of which have not been defensively good this season, so I think it's worth a punt. Again, 8 million. but this is a better 8 million, to be honest. I think the goals and the other attacking returns are going to continue coming in with Jesus, so it's worth having. Tony with Brentford. I thought Brentford wouldn't be doing as good as they are this season, but again, he's been doing pretty well. He started off game week up at 1 with a goal, game week 2 2 assists, game week 3 a goal. He then did 2 blanks and loads of people got rid of him. I kept him. Game week 6 he gets a hat trick and I'm just sat there laughing because I've had him. Game week 8 weren't the easiest against Arsenal, so he blanked. But when he's on form like that, and he's got Bournemouth, Newcastle, Brighton, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Wolves and Nottingham Forest coming up, I can see Tony getting more goals, and I've put him as captain against Bournemouth because Bournemouth have been absolutely dreadful this season so far. So I think it's worth a punt against Bournemouth and seeing how it goes. I really do. On the bench, I've kept Ederson. Again, I was in 2 minds on this one, but the clean sheets have been coming in. And okay, not some not the easiest fixtures coming up. Like got United, you can see them scoring. You might keep a clean sheet against Southampton, Liverpool. I don't think he's got a chance. Blank. Then it's Brighton, Leicester, Fulham, Brentford, Leeds, Everton. There's some clean sheets in there definitely. So it's another player you can see, getting some points in, and he's at 5.5 million. So I think it's worth it. We've kept hold of Trossard, who's been ticking over as well with a handful of goals and assists so far this season. Again, this is another player I was in 2 minds whether to have. Liverpool's not an easy fixture. Neither's Tottenham. Brentford, he may get something there. Nottingham Forest, you'd expect. Manchester City, probably not. Then Chelsea, Wolves, Villa, Southampton. So, again, a bit of a risk keeping Trossard, but I thought, do you know what? He's worth a goal at 6.6 million. He's someone I could move on, if he doesn't perform, as I've tried and bring in some of the bigger name players again. Where are we? Dalot. Dalot I've brought in as he's played virtually every single minute of the games. He's got 1 assist, and he's only 4.5 million. He's so cheap. He's a player I can rotate in and out the squad as I see fit. And it helps me afford other players, which is very, very important here in FPL. He's got a very hard game next, Manchester City. Then he's got Everton, Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, West Ham, Aston Villa, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, so on and so forth. He's a player who I can see being rotated in and out of the squad as time goes on, just because he's that cheap. And he's got some decent fixtures as well. I think it's worth a shout with Dalot. Then finally, Mitrovic. I've definitely said that incorrectly. Again, he's been doing pretty well this season, overall. He got a -1 there. Was that an own goal or something? I'm not sure. Oh, penalty missed. There we go. But apart from that, he's had 6 goals this season. 6 goals out of 7 games, which I think is pretty good. And he's got some decent fixtures coming, like Newcastle, West Ham, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Leeds and Everton. But I can see goals there. And with how he's playing at the minute, I think he's worth having a punt on. He's 6.9 million. We'll see how he gets on. Again, it's someone I could move on, but I think with the fixtures coming up, with how good Mitrovic is playing, you've just got to. You just got to give the guy a chance. Anyway, I've put Tony as my captain. I've put Maddison as my vice captain. There's definitely some punts in this team, but I think sometimes on FPL, if you want to get up the rankings, you just got to take your chances, and that's what we're going to do here. Hopefully it pays off. I'm just going to swap you 2 round, so Mitrovic can be my first sub, just because of I think he's got more chance against Newcastle than Trossard has against Liverpool. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. Big thank you to everyone who's tuned into this video. I know it's been a bit longer than my usual FPL videos, but due to the wildcard, there's been a lot of extra information to get out there. So I've talked a bit more than I normally do in my FPL videos. But here's my starting 11 plus my bench. Oh, mini league. Made up good progress in my mini league. I'd love to get past Albert in the next one while trying to keep ahead of Callum and Dawson. We'll see. But yeah, don't want to waffle on too much. Here's my squad for the for game week 9, is it? Yeah, game week 9. Deadline is 11 AM on the 1st of October. If you have enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell. That way you'll be notified of any future videos and live streams. Good luck to everyone in game week 9, and I'll see you in the next one. Nice one, guys.